Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll tell you how I'm creating nutrition plans for myself, for my clients, and in the second part of the video I explain you in practice how I administrate them. So stay tuned to the end. Very first thing what we need to decide is what do we want to achieve with this program. Is it to lose weight? Is it maintain weight? Is it to gain weight? Secondly, we need to find out how many calories you need to consume per day to stay as you are, so maintenance calories. There are a few ways how to do it. The first one and probably the most accurate one is to download an application called MyFitnessPal. Then record everything what you putting in your mouth for throughout the day for a whole week. Then that number we divided that by 7. And so we know exactly how many calories we need per day to stay the same. Before starting to record everything in MyFitnessPal, make sure you scale yourself so you know exact weight of yours. And if after 7 days you did not gain any weight, then you're all good. You know your information right. Second option, there is something called BMR. It's actually a formula what tells you how many calories you need to consume if you're laying down in a bed and do absolutely nothing. So we have that basic metabolic rate formula. We need to adjust it, so we need to multiply that by your activity level. Third option, and the most lazy option, but probably the quickest one, is take your weight, multiply that by 29, and that's the amount of calories you need to consume per day. However, you need to understand that that's quite inaccurate way, so we need to do adjustments in the future when we create the nutrition plans after a couple of weeks. So we need to see, are you actually losing weight, gaining, or maintaining weight, wherever is your goal. Now when we know our maintenance calories, we need to increase your calories if you want to gain weight by 10 to 20%, but that depending on your body type. However, if you want to lose some weight, we need to decrease it by roughly 20%. Again, depends on your body type. Or if you want to maintain your weight, then do absolutely nothing and keep those calories as they are. There is something called body recomposition. That's probably the most requested by my clients. The person wants to lose some weight at the same time to build some muscles. However, I can tell you the body recomposition is something what the new people in the gym can experience, or someone who haven't been in the gym for a very long time, so they're starting almost from the point where they began. However, if you're already progressive athlete and you've been training for a while, unfortunately I can say you're not going to benefit from body recomposition. It's just simply not going to happen. And now that we know the amount of calories we need to consume, we need to decide on macronutrients ratio. So we have proteins, we have fats, we have carbohydrates. One thing you need to know is how many calories each of them contains. 1 gram of protein has 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrate has 4 calories, 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. That makes it very expensive calorie-wise. Carbohydrates is external source of energy to our body. Protein is our building materials. Fats provide you with the joint health and endocrine system function. If I'm telling you very simplified. For individuals that train, I would suggest something between 1.6 and 2.2 grams of protein per body kilograms per day. For someone who doesn't train at all, between 1.2 and 1.6 gram of protein per day. With the fats. Fats are quite expensive calorie-wise because 1 gram of fat has 9 calories, but we cannot completely remove them from our nutrition plan even though they're expensive. What we want is at least 1 gram per body kilograms to avoid some injuries. With carbohydrates, it's quite simple. So whatever is left in the calorie allowance, that's your carbohydrates. And yes, we cannot completely cut carbohydrates out from your nutrition too. There is a myth that if you cut carbohydrates, you're losing lots of fat right off the start. However, you're actually not losing fat, you're losing your water and your glycogen storage, so your energy. That is a false economy, because as soon as you introduce carbohydrates back into your nutrition in the same amount as you used to have before, then guess what? That weight comes back again. There is also such thing as a keto diet. I'm not a big fan of keto diet, to be fair, because I strictly believe that for someone who is living in a laboratory environment, and if you have a birthday, you have anniversaries, you have friends, you have parties, it's inevitable. So at some point you're gonna have or either mental breakdown or either some carbohydrates, just not sustainable. However, that is a conversation for a whole another video. So if you're interested in my full opinion about keto diet and how to successfully administrate it, then please press the subscribe button and bell notification icon, and I'll see you in the next video then. Next step is to find out what actual foods we're gonna consume. So I would suggest with going with the two options, what you know and you like, and the third one would be something new, some wild card where we haven't tried before but you really want to. Once you chose food, we need to find out how many calories, how many macronutrients is in 100 grams of that particular product. But I would suggest you to go with a ready to eat product, so it's just easier to administrate, easier to scale it. And now you see my exact nutrition plan, the one I'm sticking to right now, so you have understanding what I'm mumbling about all this time. From now on, it's probably the easiest way is to use my MyFitnessPal or any other calorie calculator, but set your calorie calculators manually. So my MyFitnessPal is fantastic as a calorie calculator, however, as a goal setting program is lacking, and thing is it cannot really be perfect because it doesn't know you, it doesn't know your calorie requirements. The calorie distribution, everything is actually quite simple, distribute the way you want it. The only thing I would suggest you is probably spread your carbohydrates a bit more evenly. As you see in my nutrition plan, my second half of the day is a bit more calorie heavy just because I'm struggling to fall asleep when I'm hungry. And you may ask me, okay, but what about morning? Are you not hungry in the morning? I was like, I am, but thing is I'm suppressing that with the caffeine. In the first half of the day you can have as much caffeine as you want. Well, not as much, you know what I mean. Just on the second half of the day you cannot have caffeine because you're not going to fall asleep, right? You're only going to encounter these problems if you're trying to cut. If you're trying to gain weight, you're actually going to have different problems. You actually might struggle to consume that amount of food from clean calories. If you're trying to get 5,000 to 6,000 calories from junk food, it's no brainer. I'm not really sure what your body gonna be okay with that amount of junk food. You're actually gonna ruin your health rather than fixing it. You probably think like, oh, here is so much information on how not to give up. Well, thing is, once you're gonna see results, you're actually gonna motivate yourself even more. However, before you see results, it's very important to create some very simple nutrition plan that you actually can stick to at least for a couple of weeks. And here how I prepare it real quick, and you're actually gonna save time and money doing so. So you have 3 containers of protein, you have 3 containers of carbohydrates, some salads, you have avocados, you have olive oils for fats, maybe some hummus, nuts, of course, that's all fine. We take kitchen scale, we put the plate on 0, you put your carbohydrates in, you put your protein inside, you chop some leaves, you put the right amount of avocado, what you want. If you don't like avocado, put any other fat source, you drizzle some olive oil on the top, measure it, of course. And yeah, that's it, that's plate ready. It's less than 3 minutes. If you need to heat it, okay, heat it up, okay, that's 4 minutes and that's meal ready. So every single time you sit on the couch and you're feeling quite hungry and you're thinking about ordering takeaway, just think how long it's gonna take you actually to choose it, how long it's gonna cost you, and how much it's gonna actually cost you time. It's at least 1 hour something where you actually can stand up, go to the fridge and make your plate in less than 4 minutes. And you're actually moving step by step towards your goal every single day. Isn't that better? And that is it, guys, for today. Everything what I wanted to tell you, I did. If you have any more questions, please comment down below in the comments. You know where it is, down there. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.